tonight's starting lineup in batting order for your Okotoks Dawgs. Batting leadoff tonight for Pittsburgh State University, the shortstop, number 8, Ricardo Sanchez. Batting second from Bellevue University, the catcher, number 35, Logan Grant. Batting third from Campbellsville University, the right fielder, number 12, Zane Stensky. Batting cleanup tonight from Ryan University, the designated hitter, number 28, Barry Eisman. Batting fifth from the University of Montreal, the right fielder, number 10, Connor Burrosen. Batting sixth from Pittsburgh State University, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs. Batting seventh from Ryan University, the first baseman, number 44, Nash Earl. Batting eighth from the University of British Columbia, the second baseman, number 5, Eden Rose. And batting ninth from Pittsburgh State University, the left fielder, number 2, Aiden Williams. And tonight's starting pitcher for your Okotoks Dawgs from the University of Montreal, number 14, Seth Gurr.
And now, fans, it is my great pleasure to welcome our anthem singer tonight. Let's all rise and join Amelia Bobcat making her debut at Senior Stadium as she leads us in our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, to wage your love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It is a classic sports rivalry in this town, and it is getting it's 5 o'clock somewhere treatment tonight here in Okotoks as the Dawgs are taking on the Bombers. It's Okotoks and Brooks on a Southern Alberta Saturday night. Peter Klein back with you guys here on FloCollege. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday night. As mentioned, the Dawgs are looking to bounce back from a loss in Swift Current yesterday. Having done that trip before, it is not a quick one to get back out here to Southern Alberta, but they are here and they are ready to go, taking on a Brooks team that is looking to make it 2 in a row and put some distance between themselves and Fort McMurray and close in on Energy City. Should be a fun one for you here today in Okotoks. Let's go around the diamond for the Dawgs quickly. Nash Kroll is starting the game at first base. The double play combo up the middle is Aiden Rose and Ricardo Sanchez. Connor Croson is starting at third base this evening. Caden Williams is in left. Jake Skaggs in center. Zane Scanzi is in right field. And the battery mate for Seth Gurr today is Logan Grant. He gets the call behind home plate, and he will be catching those pitches from the University of Montevallo's Seth Gurr, the righty making his 6th appearance of the season, 6th start. 2-2 with an ERA under 3, 2.96. 27 and a third innings pitched, 22 strikeouts with 5 walks coming to us tonight from Coaldale, Alberta. The jerseys, spectacular. The weather, darn near perfect, with enough wind blowing out that it could make this a very interesting night here in Okotoks. Almost sent everything here on the table flying. So it should be interesting night up here in the broadcast booth. But again, thank you all so much for joining us here on FloCollege this evening. It'll be Ben Fischel leading things off now for the Bombers out of Columbia U, born in Tappan, New York. Hitting .368 on the year with a couple home runs, 12 runs batted in. Has walked 15 times to just 12 strikeouts and has 9 stolen bases. Big night last night for Fischel, as we talked about. And we'll talk about more as the game goes on. But the first pitch from Gurr is fouled away. And that is how we will start this game. First pitch comes to you at 7:08 Mountain Time. Fischel 3 for 4 in the game against Lethbridge with a double, a home run, and 3 runs batted in. Went 1 for 4 when these two teams played on the second. That one misses low and in, and the count is now 1-1. Fischel steps his way back in, now ready for this pitch with the count even. Gurr out of Coaldale, Alberta, rocks and fires. That one misses inside, and it's 2-1. Fischel in the technically home and home that these two teams had, albeit both games at Siemens Stadium. He went 2 for 8 in that series, crossed home plate a couple times, also drove in a run. Looking to set the table here today. The 2-1. Breaking pitch finds its way into the strike zone, and it's 2-2. Fischel in a bit of disagreement with our home plate umpire today. It's Marcel Bruce, Brad Johnston over at first, and Adam Smith is at third base this evening. So the count even, 2-2. Gurr rocks and fires. The 2-2 popped up over on the right side. Kroll heading over, and he's going to run out of real estate. One drifts just beyond his reach, so we will do it again at 2-2. Gurr coming off of a win in his last start against Weyburn. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, just the 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in a shutout performance for him. That ended up getting the Dawgs the W. So again, count even, 2-2. This ball hit to second. Rose has it, throws it on to first, and it's out number 1. That's sure fielding at second base for Aiden Rose. And that hit looked like he was hitting a bowling ball. Like just, I don't know if it was the break on it or whatever. It felt like it was hard contact, but just didn't necessarily have that jump. And sometimes those can just feel like it is heavy coming off of the bat, as Peyton Matthews now steps up out of MACU, M-A-C-U, born in Chicago, Illinois. First pitch swinging, drills this ball into left field. Going back on it is Williams, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. A lot of times, first pitch, if you're swinging, it's a pitch you think you can drive. And that was one inner part of the plate. That's where a lot of guys look for. But I think maybe just a little bit of late movement ends up jamming Matthews more than he was expecting. And he ends up fouling it away. So now it's Troy Morrow up at the plate out of Modesto Junior College. Born in California. The lefty steps in. First pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Kerr working quickly, the 0-1. Just missed outside, it's 1-1. Morrow this season hitting right around 300, and a good start to the season for him. The 1-1. Lights that one off foul, it's 1-2. In fact, he's hitting over 300 now. With a .317 batting average, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Added to all of those categories when he played the Dawgs back on the second. Now he's behind here, 1-2. Kerr gets his sign from Grant. Now readies with the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The high heat closes up a 3-up, 3-down inning for Seth Kerr. The offense looking to pick him up now as we go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here in Okotoks on FloCollege.
Visit capitaldirect.ca to learn more.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Welcome back to Stevens Stadium, everyone. No score between the Dawgs and the Bombers. This is Okotoks' first chance to change that.
Pittsburgh State University, the shortstop, number 8, Ricardo Sanchez.
I think Ricardo Sanchez leading things off. He'll be followed by Logan Grant. Scansey is batting third. Eisman cleaning up, then Connor Croson fifth, Skeggs sixth, Nash Kroll seventh, followed by Aiden Rose and Caden Williams. Ricardo Sanchez stepping into his familiar spot in the right-handed batter box here in Okotoks. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Defensively for the Bombers, it is Christian Altamirano over at first base. It is Shaver and Dorn up the middle with Recker over at third. The 1-0 misses up and in, 2-0. CJ Snowden in left, Peyton Matthews is in center, and Ben Fischel is in right. And AJ Hurtado is the battery mate for Grow this evening. The 2-0 misses up 3-0. Sanchez hitting .356 on the year. Driving in 9 runs. The 3-0. Catches the outside part of the plate, and it's 3-1. Coming off of an 0-for-4 game against Swift Current, did get a walk in that one, his 20th of the season. And 3-1 spoils that one, it's 3-2. So I mentioned before, there's a note from him that I have. Going through it today, it is not a season-long hit streak, but to the best of my researching, Ricardo Sanchez has reached base in every game he has played this season, which is 20. The 3-2. Got him looking, strike 3 called. Don't say that a whole lot about Sanchez. Just the 7th time he's been struck out this season. And I would venture to say that not many of those were backwards Ks in the scorebook. That note on Sanchez, it expands. We'll dive into that a little bit more as the game goes along. But now Logan Grant comes up to the plate, hitting .313 on the year with a home run and 5 runs batted in. As the wind picks up, he'll flare this ball to second. Shaver has it, throw it to first, and we got a couple down. So, following a interesting path, kind of the same that we had at the top half of the first inning, where the leadoff guy has a bit of a battle, ends up losing that battle, and then the next batter swings to the first pitch. So now Stanzi, hoping that that is where the comparisons end as he makes his way to home plate. Scanzi, first pitch swinging, hits it over to the right side. Play made by Altamirano, shovels it to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down go the Dawgs in inning number 1. Talked all about the offense, 6 up, 6 down to start the ball game. So it should be a fun one here tonight at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs and Bombers scores on FloCollege.
The Dawgs are hosting 3 different 3-day summer camps for different players of all skill levels. Whether your child is just starting out or looking to sharpen their game, we've got the right camp for them. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit the Dawgs State office or check out our website for more details and to register today. And fans, make sure you utilize our concessions mobile ordering option to skip all the lines of today's games. Simply scan the QR code in the back of the seat in front of you or on any of the cap stickers located around the stadium. Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Tyler Dorn.
Tyler Dorn up to lead things off here for the Bombers as we start the 2nd inning. It'll be Dorn, Altamirano, and Recker. Gerber's hoping that's all that comes up this inning. His first pitch fouls that one back, and for the first time tonight, everyone starts to figure out, where did I park? So 0-1 is the count to Dorn. The shortstop for the Bombers tonight, checking in this game, hitting .333 with a home run, 6 RBI. Takes that one up and away, 1-0. Dorn out of Modesto Junior College, the switch hitter, born in Fresno, California. You just go up and down this Bombers lineup. It's this guy's hitting .300, that guy's hitting .300, another guy hitting .300. That pitch is a strike, it's 1-2, and Dorn has thoughts. Dorn did have a pretty good walk rate out at Modesto Junior College. 310 OBP. The 1-2. Hits this one over to the right side. Kroll has it. It's a foot race to the bag. That Nash will win. And there is one away. That was another one where it seemed like, it is weird to describe it, but it does feel like it is heavy coming off of the bat. Kroll able to make the play. So a little 3 unassisted in the scorebook. And that will bring Christian Altamirano to the plate out of Adams State University. Born in Denver, Colorado. Hitting .283 on the season with a home run and 17 runs batted in. Another lefty here against the righty Gur. Swinging and a miss at that one. It's 0-1. Mentioned before, Gur's last performance, a W for the Dawgs and for him. 6 innings pitched. Couple strikeouts in that one. Already with 1 in this game. And he's heading the count here, 0-2. Looked like he took something off of that pitch to get well ahead in the count of Altamirano, who has only struck out 14 times in 25 games this season. So has to battle here, though, to keep that one going. The 0-2. Brent sits up outside. The pitch. Held it there. Wanted it. Didn't get it. And the count's 1-2. Really thought he had that one. He just held that there. Like, are you sure? You're sure you're sure? Okay, fine. Fine, I'll throw it back. One more time. Okay, fine. Gur readies now with the 1-2. Another close one. And it is 2-2. And Marcel Bruce, our home plate umpire this evening, not biting on a couple frame jobs there from Grant. Bit too far from our vantage point up here for me to be commenting much further than that. So now the 2-2. That one chopped foul. Not much to debate about that one, so we will do it all over again. Altamirano has been a tough out for a number of teams as he's reached base in 11 straight games. 13 hits in that stretch, including 4 in his last 3. 4 hits last 3 games, should specify. The 2-2. Hit this one hard up the middle, and that's a base hit. So the Bombers have the game's first base runner. It is a single for Christian Altamirano. Tough one there for Gur, who thought he had the strikeout on more than one occasion in that at-bat. But Altamirano battles his way and is able to get on base with 1 away for Seth Recker out of Adams State University. Born in Fontana, Colorado, looking to drive his teammate in. Hitting .211 this season with 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Those last numbers improve, I guess all of those numbers improving in the game yesterday against Lethbridge. Runner over at first base, the pitch. Recker takes the breaking ball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Recker with a home run, 3 runs batted in against Lethbridge yesterday. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball lined into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. After it is Williams making the turnaround second. Heading for third is Altamirano as Williams slipped out and left. Able to get it in, but that allows Recker to make his way to second. And now the Bombers have something going here in this second inning with 2 in scoring position and only 1 away. That was an interesting one for Williams as he was shaded much more to center field than the left field line. And the ball just landed in a tough spot. Williams has good speed out there, so he was able to cut it off, but almost too good as he was able to slide, or as he was unable to keep his footing. And now Snowden with an RBI chance here for the Bombers. First pitch fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Snowden this year, 18 games, hitting .291 with 3 runs batted in. Out of UAFS, born in Chandler, Arizona. First pitch, the 0-1 pitch misses inside. It's 1-1. First time the Gurs faced some adversity in this game as he's from the stretch now. The 1-1. Up and away, it's 2-1. Snowden, the redshirt freshman from Arkansas Fort Smith. For that, attending South Mountain Community College. The 2-1. Takes on the inside corner, it's 2-2. Gurr has been right around the strike zone today. Only walked 19 and 42 and a third with Montevallo this season. Got into 18 games, seven of them were starts. A 1-3 record, 40 strikeouts to go along with the 19 walks. So we have a big one here. Infield in, the 2-2. Chopper to the third base side, it's foul, we'll do it again. Interesting early in the ball game to see the Dawgs with the infield, basically all of them, 10 toes on the grass. But recognizing that every run is going to be crucial in this matchup. So the Dawgs have the infield in, hoping to cut off the run at home plate. The 2-2. Breaking ball, Snowden waits on it and fouls it away. Some good depth on that one, and a nice job by Snowden to battle out of that. And foul it away. So Gurr with the long look in, his first start against Brooks this season. Reddy's with the 2-2. Nice breaking pitch, got him, strike 3. Not sure if it was a swing or if that was just a called strike, but either way, a huge second out and a huge second strikeout of the ball game for Seth Gurr. And that'll bring Maddox Shaver to the plate, out of McCook Community College, born in Belleville, Ontario. Hitting .295 this season with a home run and 16 runs batted in. Infield back now at regular depth for the Dawgs, as cutting off the run at home plate just means getting it out at first. The ball gets chopped foul. Through the wicket to the ball boy, but still, love that he was there anyway. Counts 0-1. Shaver was not in the game yesterday, went 0 for 3 against Energy City, but did drive in a run. That breaking ball didn't break enough. It goes high and tight. It's 1-1. Never pleasant seeing a ball at the eyes like that. Gets the heart rate going a little bit, so now stepping him back into the batter's box is Shaver. The look in from Gurr. Reddy's now with the 1-1. Fouled that one off. It's 1-2. So now, the righty out of Coaldale, Alberta, is a pitch away from getting out of this one. Altamirano, is at third after a single. Recker is at second after he doubled. At the plate now is Shaver, the 1-2. Misses low, and it's 2-2. Trying to get him to chase on that one. Shaver had a good season on base percentage-wise, I guess everywhere, with McCook with a .443 OBP. So a pretty good sense of the strike zone, but still trying to get him to chase there. Now the 2-2. That one in the dirt, a good block from Grant. If you've been watching Blue Jays games the last couple of days, you are aware of how important that could be after that wild game between the Jays and the Yankees back on Wednesday, where the eventual game-winning run came in on a passed ball back behind home plate. So a big one there from Grant, keeping this game scoreless. The 3-2. Hit hard to short. Sanchez has it. Throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. The Bombers threaten, but they do not score. Dawgs will look to break the 0-0 deadlock when we come back here on FloCollege.
Fans, have you stopped behind the press box and bought your All-Star Game tickets yet? The 2025 All-Star Game takes place right here on Saturday, July 19th. The game features a home run derby, an East versus West showdown, face painting, player autographs, a post-game fireworks show, and more. This will be the last All-Star Game hosted at Seaman Stadium for a number of years, so make sure you buy your tickets today. And the second inning is presented by Foothills Creamery. Scoop and Joy since 1969.
Barry Eisman leading things off here for the Dawgs in the bottom of the second inning, taking all the way. It is a strike, 0-1. Eisman off to a fantastic start with Okotoks this season, hitting in the middle of this Dawgs order at 400. A couple home runs and 19 RBI. The 0-1. Hops that one up, foul territory. That's going to head out of play, and it is quickly 0-2. Eisman out of Reinhardt University, born in Palm Harbor, Florida. Coming off of a rare hitless game for him. Going 0 for 4. Did drive in a run in the loss to Swift Current as he flares this one out foul. And it will stay 0-2. You look up and down the game log for Eisman, and it is big hitting performance after big hitting performance. Just looking to get them something started for the Dawgs here against Grow. The 0-2 misses up, and it's 1-2. Mentioned before, 5th start of the season for Grow, coming off of a loss in his last outing against Lethbridge. The 1-2. Hits this one to short. Dorn has it. Sends it across the diamond for out number 1. There's a lot of times you'll expect to see a bit of a hop sometimes on this infield, but that one just stayed true the whole way.
For the University of Montebello, the right fielder, number 10, Connor Croson.
So now Connor Croson steps up to the plate at the University of Montevallo. He is a Okotoks local product, and he's up here with one away. First pitch in for a strike. It is 0-1. Row all around it. Mentioned the loss against Lethbridge. Tough to really hang it on him. Giving up 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts in that outing. Just on the wrong side of the decision there. The 0-1. Takes that one for a ball. It's 1-1. On the first pitch, Croson seemed to have a bit of a disagreement, and on the second one, Hurtado definitely gave the, I just keep putting him there, to the pitcher. The 1-1. That one just missed. It's 2-1. Seemed like back-to-back from Hurtado, where he's going, yeah, no, just that, keep putting him there, we'll get him eventually, which I'm sure umpires always love hearing. The 2-1. No real debate about that, as it's 3-1 now to Croson, hitting .426 this season with a couple home runs, 27 RBI. He's walked 14 times, struck out 18, and has 6 steals on the year. That bat is really heating up for him, too. The 3-1. Finds the outside part of the play, and the count is full at 3-2. Croson, was not in the lineup for the Dawgs game yesterday against Swift Current. Went 3 for 5 on July 3rd. The 3-2 fights this one off over to the second base side. Play made by Shaver, and it's out number 2. So a couple easy ground balls produced by Hudson Grower early here in the second inning, and it's quickly 2 away. And that will bring Skaggs to the plate.
Now batting for Pittsburgh State University, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Born in Walnut Grove, Mississippi, Skaggs hitting .316 in 28 games this season with 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Misses outside, 1-0. Skaggs out of Pittsburgh State University. Got into 51 games with them this season, hitting .287. 4 home runs, 41 runs batted in. The 1-0 hits it to the right side and through for a base hit. So Skaggs is the first base run of the ball game for the Dawgs, with a 2-out single here in the second.
That's Jake Skaggs with the first strike of the game, brought to you by Pride Family Powder Button.
Skaggs just nice and easy through that right side.
Reinhardt University, the first baseman, number 44, Nash Kroll.
And that'll bring Nash Kroll to the plate out of Reinhardt University, born in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Rips this one to the left side, and that's through for a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Dawgs now in the second inning, and they have something going with 2 on and 2 away. We have seen Kroll with a few ambushes on that first pitch, and that was certainly one of them there. jumping on a pitch that he liked and hitting it hard to the left side for a base hit.
University of British Columbia, the second baseman, number 5, Aiden Rose.
So that'll bring Aiden Rose to the plate. Calgary kid, attending the University of British Columbia, hitting .288 on the year with 4 runs batted in. Ducks out of the way of that one, 0-1, or 1-0, sorry. That would be quite the thing. As a nearby train cheers on the Dogs as it passes by. Check back at the runner, now comes home. Rose fouls that one away. And a nice play by the ball boy to squeeze that one and throw it across for a few applause from the audience. Count all even at once. Rose hits it to the right side, through for a base hit. Getting in the way of his Skaggs. Putting up throwing official. The throw home is offline. It's an RBI single for Aiden Rose. And the Dogs take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. 2 out running on contact. Skaggs has a ton of speed off at second base, and that was an immediate go sign from the third base coach. And Kroll making it to third on the throw. So heads up base running all around by the Dogs. 3 straight hits. As Okotoks now out in front. 1-0. And that'll bring Caden Williams to the plate. Hitting .289 this year. He's driven in 11. And some insurance stands 90 feet away. Grow with the long look in. The pitch. Breaking ball spins outside. It's 1-0. Williams, .289 as mentioned. 4 doubles, 11 runs batted in, 8 steals as well. Had some pretty good success the last couple of nights. The 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1. When these two teams played here on the 2nd, Williams went 2 for 4, driving in a run. Now he fights this one off into left field for a base hit. Kroll in to score. It's 4 straight hits for the Dogs and a 2-0 lead in the second inning. Again, there is heads-up base running from Kroll that got him first to third, making it an easy cash-in for Caden Williams.
Now batting from Pittsburgh State University, the shortstop, number 8, Ricardo Sanchez.
So now Ricky Sanchez comes to the plate, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And as mentioned before, that is not something that happens a whole lot for him. But now in a big RBI spot. Looking to extend this Dogs lead, and he takes it 1-0. So we mentioned before, Sanchez has reached base in every game this season. You have to go back until basically this time last year for a WCBL game that Sanchez hasn't reached base in. July 10th against Moose Jaw in 2024, as that pitch misses inside 2-0. July 10th, 2024 against Moose Jaw is the last time that Sanchez didn't reach base in a WCBL game, as best I can tell from going back over the game logs. Just an unbelievable run. The 2-0, big swing and a miss there. It's 2-1. If we want to extend it and just focus on 2025, Sanchez, again, obviously 20 games in a row here, reaching base. He reached base safely in the last 27 games of his season with Pittsburgh State University. The 2-1, inside 3-1. So we are coming up on 50 games in a row that this human being has played baseball and reached base in. It is an absurd stretch for the Dogs leadoff hitter, and one of the reasons why he is a fan favorite everywhere he goes. And the count here, 3-1. Fouls that one away, it's 3-2. He has had 2 games this year of four or over walks, sorry. 4 bases on balls on the 26th against Lethbridge, and he started last month with 5 walks. Count even 3-2. Runners go. The pitch grounded to third. Played by Recker. Thrown across the diamond in time. And the inning is over. But not before the Dogs strike twice. They take a 2-0 lead into third here on FloCollege.
Hey, Dawgs fans, we've got a very special guest over on the first base side. It's Pete the Plumber, giving away hats. Everybody get up and wave, looking for Pete the Plumber. Fans, the third inning is presented by Buckle Vodka. It's a great vodka for our friends in the country world. Hashtag Buckle Up. Now batting, the catcher, number 9, AJ Hurtado.
Be 9-1-2 for the Bombers as AJ Hurtado leads things off here in the third inning. Okotoks now with a 2-0 lead here in Okotoks on a beautiful Saturday night. First pitch swinging, first pitch hitting over to Croson. Throw across the diamond is in time. One pitch, one out. Type of efficiency every pitcher strives for. And a nice easy play from the Crow Show over at third base for the out. And that'll bring Fischel up to the plate. 0 for 1 in the ball game after a ground out to second base. Gurr delivers. First pitch swinging again, popped up over on the right side. Coming in on it is Scansy over in foul territory. He will make the play. So 2 pitches and 2 outs for Gurr here in this second inning, which is very good for helping my notes drag out a little bit more. As Peyton Matthews comes up to the plate out of MACU in Chicago, Illinois. Flew out to left field in his first at bat. And I would be willing to bet the rest of this Nerds pack that I have in here that Matthews is not going to be swinging at this first pitch. He's not taking all the way, and it is 1-0. Matthews flew out, like I said, to left field in his last AB. Has reached base safely in 10 games, 10 straight games. 19 hits in those 10. Takes that one low. 2-0. So yeah, not only reaching base safely in 10 straight, but a ton of hits in that time, 19. Definitely want that at the top of your order. The 2-0 skies this ball to right. Scansy sets up shop underneath it, makes the play, and ends the inning. So a quick one for the Dawgs as they set the Bombers down in order and will look to extend their lead when we come back here on FloCollege.
Okay, fans, it's time for the pint toss presented by Leopold's Tavern. contestant of baseball to try and throw to the Leo spine, and today we've got little Oliver right next to Diggity. Oliver's going to take 3 tries to get the ball right through that Leo spine. If you make it, you get $100 to Okotoks Leopold's Tavern to give your parents. Take your first throw, Oliver. Close, but now a little bit better. Now just throw it in the middle, Oliver. Well, thank you so much for playing, Oliver. And just a bit outside as well. Well, thank you again. This has been the Pine Toss presented by Leopold's Tavern. Remember, next time, whoever gets it will get $100 to Leopold, so keep on playing. Now batting from Bellevue University is catcher number 35, Logan Grant.
Logan Grant leading things off for the Dogs. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That right eventually. Ball outside 1-0. Grant grounded out to second base to start his day. This time is called by our catcher, AJ Hurtado. It is 1-0. Pitch. Missed low and away, 2-0. Grant has been a part of a few Dog seasons here now. Hit .306 with the team a year ago. 5 home runs, 32 RBI. Added another home run and 5 runs batted in the playoffs. And is well ahead in the count here now, 3-0. Five walks in 5 games for Grant this year, so certainly aware of that strike zone. 3-0 pitch. Swinging, and he pops it up over on the left side. Recker settles under it. Not the result you want when you swing at 3-0, but there's one away. Hoping for a pitch you can drive. I am sure Grant thought that's what that was. Just missed it, and there's one away. So now Zane Scansey up at the plate. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game with the chopper out to first base in his first at bat out of Campbellsville University. Born in Gig Harbor, Washington. Fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Scansey with a home run and a couple runs batted in against Swift Current in his last game. Yesterday out in Swift. The 0-1. Fights it off to the right side. That one's going to drift foul, and it's 0-2. The home run in that game gives Scansey now 13 hits in his last 5 games. He has been all around it here. That batting average hovering around 400. The 0-2. Hit to second. Played on the hop there by Shaver. Throw to first is in time, and there's 2 away. So now it'll be Barry Eisman looking to improve on his 0 for 1 start to the contest. As Eisman grounded out to shortstop to lead off last inning. Out of Reinhardt University. Continuing that pipeline from Georgia up here to southern Alberta. Groh delivers. Nice breaking pitch. Gets the early swing from Eisman. It's 0-1. He's geared up, ready to drive a pitch, and you drop that on him. That is absolute filth and a good way to start the at-bat for Hudson Groh. The 0-1. Misses 1-1. Groh out of the College of the Sequoias, born in California. The 1-1. This is outside, 2-1. Eisman, mentioned before, 0 for 4 in the last game, but has had some big nights. Back on the 26th of June, 5 for 6 with a couple runs batted in against Lethbridge. Takes that for a strike, and it's 2-2. So there are some big performances in that bat, that is for sure. The 2-2. Swing and a strike 3. So a good bounce back from Groh, who sits him down in order. We go to the 4th inning here at Siemens Stadium. 2-0 for the Dawgs on FloCollege.
The 4th inning is proudly presented by Service Credit Union, supporting Alberta's families, farmers, and entrepreneurs with advice that helps you feel good about your money. Now batting the designated hitter, number 26, Troy Morrow.
Troy Morrow leading things off here for the Bombers in the 4th inning. Peter Klein back with you here on FloCollege on a beautiful Saturday night. The wind's still blowing out to right field. First pitch from Gurr, chopped over to the right side. This one's going to take a hop and go right, which means foul on that side of the diamond. 0-1. They mentioned it here pre-game with Will Gardner. But the Okotoks Dawgs Academy, the 18 and under team, won the 18 and under Perfect Game World Series in Atlanta, Georgia. Some of the top travel teams from across North America going to the tournament. Ranked U.S. Prime out of Texas. Fifth tournament of win of the year for the Dawgs. The 0-1 here. High fly ball into center field. Skaggs makes his way over and makes the catch for out number 1. Morrow a good drive into that one, just not enough as it holds up for Skaggs.
Now back to the shortstop, number 1, Tyler Dorn.
So now it'll be Tyler Dorn up at the plate. Dorn grounding out to first base back in the 2nd. So yes, talking about the Dawgs program, obviously a lot of success at this level with the 3 championships in a row. That ball hit to the left side, and as we're talking about developmental successes, Croson, the throw to Kroll for the out. A couple Dawgs Academy alum. Croson working his way up from the 13 and under program all the way up to obviously some heroics last season and a very good start to the year this year. But I think documentaries could be done about the progress of baseball here in southern Alberta. Obviously for me, focus on Okotoks as Altamirano comes to the plate. But you look at a number of success stories across this league and sending a lot of Alberta talent down south for baseball opportunities. and maybe beyond, as that pitch misses outside 1-0. But the Dawgs Academy with another very strong season, showing that the future is certainly bright around these parts. The 1-0 now from Seth Gurr. Slow it in 2-0. Altamirano was on third when the inning came to a close in the second inning after a after a 1-out single. Gurr rocks and fires. This pitch hits the outside corner. It's 2-1. Altamirano this year with Adams State hitting .356 with 5 home runs, 37 runs batted in. And 8 steals as that pitch hits the outside corner. It's 2-2. Also hit 11 times this year with Adams State. Has to be a bit unpleasant. We had mentioned earlier he's reached base in 11 straight games, 13 hits in that time. He's also been walked twice and hit 4 times. So crowding the plate, I guess, or confident on the inner part anyway. As the 2-2 fouled that one off of his foot. And that one stung. Those guys, they don't like letting on how much they're hurting. So when it has no choice but to show through, you know that sucked. So the lefty hobbling his way outside there. Looking to extend this inning, and not just in a fashion that is painful to the toes. As Gurr sets, fires the 2-2. Got him, looking strike 3. Altamirano knew it right away. We go to the bottom half of the fourth here at Siemens Stadium. Gurr has settled in nicely. Dawgs looking to give him a bit more support when we come back here on FloCollege.
Okay, fans, it's time for the T-shirt cannons. Fans on the first and third base lines, get ready. We got T-shirts. Watch out for Diggy over on first base. Get loud. These T-shirts are only for the loudest fans in the stadium. You need to be even louder to get one of those T-shirts. Fans, we'd like to give a big shout out to the Sarah Warmerdam and group on our Central Auto Care 4-4 foul patio. Carly Urbanowski and friends on our Anthem First Base Open patio. Nowlin's 75th birthday party on our Fortis Third Base patio. And the Nantic Promoters Group on our Anthem First Base main patio. If you are interested in booking a group event at Siemens Stadium, stop by or call the ticket office at 403-262-3294. That is 403-262-3294. Now batting for the Dawgs, number 10, Connor Croson.
First pitch to Connor Croson is outside 1-0. It'll be Croson, Skeggs, and Kroll leading things off here in inning number 4. Fouls that one off 1-1. As mentioned before, naturally, come into this game talking about all the runs these teams scored over a couple of games on Canada Day and beyond, and all the runs that have been scored since. So naturally, 2-0 as we're in the bottom of the fourth. Skips outside, 2-1. Croson 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounding out to second in the second. At that point, it was 0-0, and there was 2 away. Okotoks got 4 hits in a row after that. The 2-1 is in there, and it's 2-2. Grow working quickly. The pitch chopped over to the right side. A play made by Shaver. Throw to first is in time, and there's 1 away. Skaggs now coming to the plate after back-to-back groundouts to second for Croson to start his game.
Now batting for Pittsburgh State University, the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Skaggs, a teammate of Ricardo Sanchez at Pitt State University. Singled and scored back in the second inning. Hard hit to the right side, but it is foul, and it's 0-1. Right on that one, but just off. Target a little bit, so 0-1 the count. Skaggs 0 for 4 in the game yesterday against Swift Current, but had a big game the night prior, going 2 for 6, driving in a run. The 0-1 hits this one the other way to the left side. Racing over is Snowden. He'll come in and right on the left field line and make the catch for out number 2. Good speed over there on the left field side
Now batting for
to get that out.
The first baseman, number 44, Nash Kroll.
So Nash Kroll will come to the plate. He was first pitch swinging last time up. Hit a single to the left side, come around to score. Hitting .284 coming into the year with a couple home runs, 18 runs batted in. Does have 3 more doubles and a triple. Fouls that one back. It is 0-1. Or with that big cut, came in a pinch hit in the game yesterday. Went 1 for 1 against Swift Current. Has had quite a few multi-hit games this year for the Dawgs. But the power numbers, not exactly where you would expect them to be at this point, although certainly always a threat, as evidenced by his big season with Reinhardt University, hitting .360 with 17 home runs and 55 RBI. The 1-1. Kroll takes that one for a ball. It's 2-1. Pitch. High fly ball to right. Going back on this one is Fischel, still back at the track. He will park under it and make the play for out number 3. So another 3 up, 3 down inning as the Bombers shut down the Dawgs. We go to the 5th here at Siemens Stadium. A pitcher's duel on a Saturday night. 2-0 is your score here on FloCollege.
Fans, the 5th inning is brought to you by the Naughty Grape, locally owned wine market in Old Town Okotoks. Naughty Grape offers a great selection of delicious wines, unique spirits, and craft beer, as well as a beautiful tasting bar for classes and occasions. All at Naughty Grape. Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Seth Record.
Seth Recker leading things off here in the 5th inning. Dawgs and Bombers in a 2-0 ball game. Both pitchers have been fantastic so far. First pitch, swing and a miss there from Recker, who doubled and was stranded at third. Back in the 2nd inning. Recker with a home run yesterday. Might have been looking for another one there. That was a big swing and a miss. Has 6 hits and 5 RBI in his last 3 games. And he hits this ball to center field. Ranging over for that is Skeggs, and he'll make the play for out number 1. So a dangerous threat put out to start the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 4, C.J. Snowden.
It's now 9 in a row set down by Gurr as C.J. Snowden comes to the plate. He struck out with a couple on in the second inning. Born in Chandler, Arizona. First pitch squares to bunt. Goes through it. It's 0-1. Does have plenty of speed. 13 stolen bases. Swinging, hits it to third, diving play by Croson. Gets up, has to hurry, the throw in time. A heck of a play over at third base from Connor Croson. And there's 2 away. Put a star on that one. Had to play in because of the bunt threat after Snowden missed it on the first pitch. The ball is scorched to him, dives, makes the play, and gets the out. For the second of the inning, bringing up Max Shaver with nobody on. And now that one hit up the middle. That one's going to get through. No diving is going to help that out. So a run of 10 in a row retired by Gurr ends with a base hit for Shaver, who is now 1 for 2 on the ball game. And the inning continues for Hurtado, who has to get the rest of the catcher's gear off.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, A.K. Hurtado.
And aside from the inconvenience of maybe having to put his catcher gear on, that is a big hit for Brooks, if nothing else, to help turn the lineup over going into the 6th. But obviously the Ballers also hoping that it is an important hit to start a 2-out rally, which the Dawgs used in the second to get the only runs of the ball game so far. Hurtado 0 for 1, grounded out to third base back in the 3rd inning. Now hits this one to third. Off the glove of Croson and into left field. That is Shaver hustling around. The throw to third is not in time. So good heads-up base running there from Shaver to get on his horse. And we mentioned a 2-out rally. That's what's happening here. Hurtado gets credit for the single. There's runners on the corners with 2 gone. It's a tough one for Croson. Trying to get over to that ball that is hit to his left. And it just takes off of his glove enough to get away from Ricardo Sanchez. And heads up base running from Shaver, who's running all the way on a ball not hit particularly hard. And that gives him the boost, all of those factors coming together to equal runners on the corners and some heads up base running from Shaver. So now a meeting on the mound for the Dawgs. Have to assume a few things are at play here. One, it is talking about the game plan on beneficial. And 2, discussing what to do if Hurtado runs over at first. He does not have a stolen base this year and had 1 with the Chaffee Panthers. Chaffee Panthers, sorry. So, either way, discussions abound to figure out what to do in this situation. Just make sure everyone is right where they need to be. Facing Ben Fischel, who again has been a difficult out as of late. 3 for 4 against Lethbridge yesterday. 0 for 2 in the ball game today. But recently saw a 5-game hitting streak come to an end. First pitch. Got a piece of that one, fouling it back. It's 0-1. The runner at third is Shaver. Over at first, Hurtado. Facing Seth Gurr, who's 2-2 on the year, trying to keep that ERA under 3. Coming off of his second full season at the University of Montevallo. The 0-1 official. Breaking ball fouls that one away, and it's 0-2. See the wheels churning there for Gurr. He has everything in the repertoire going. It's the Mortal Kombat sound and the slow clap. Picks up here at Siemens Stadium on a Saturday night. Bombers threatening with runners on the corners. It's 2-0 here in the 5th. Gurr checks the runner at first. Now comes ready with the 0-2. Missed outside, it's 1-2. Looking to bring a little extra oomph on that. And it just missed. For official, good year for him. As mentioned before, he has been on a bit of a tear. 3 for 4 against Lethbridge with a home run, 3 runs batted in. Also had an RBI and a couple of hits against Weyburn to close out June. Hits this one up the middle. Pass to diving Rose into center field. Shaver comes in to score. The Bombers are on the board as they've cut this lead in half. It's 2-1. Those are the types of hits that you get when you're on a roll. Hit that ball right back where it came from, up the middle. And Shaver's aggressive base running pays off as he's able to trot home. It's the first runs of the ball game for the Bombers, and they have first and second now. It's 2 away in a 2-1 ball game. It is Peyton Matthews now. First pitch, just missed inside, 1-0. Matthews 0 for 2 in the ball game, flying out to left and right. Aiden Rose is deep on the infield. He's basically on the outfield grass over at second. So that pitch fouled away, 1-1. There is a bit of a shift here on the lefty Matthews, as Rose is, again, kind of comfortably on the right field grass. You have Sanchez basically up the middle, and Connor Croson on an island over on the left-hand side. Outfield shaded to pull slightly, but not nearly as exaggerated as the infield. As this ball is drilled deep right field, hooking toward the corner, that one's going to drift foul. So Matthews just out in front of that one. It is just a long, loud strike, and it's 1-2. You could feel a couple gasps out here at Siemens Stadium, but that one started to drift pretty comfortably foul. As the Dawgs faithful get behind Coaldale, Alberta's Seth Gurr one more time. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Hit to short. Sanchez has it. Will take it to the bag himself and end the inning. But not before the Bombers get one. Dawgs looking for some insurance, now ahead 2-1 here on FloCollege. Bottom half of the 5th here at Siemens Stadium.
Number 5, Ian Rowe.
It'll be Rose, Williams, then back to the top of the order for Ricardo Sanchez. Rose with an RBI single in the second inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Dawgs now up 2-1. There are two coming in the second. The Bombers one coming about 25 minutes ago. Not even, about 5 minutes ago. The 1-0. Rose takes on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Rose coming into this game hovering around 300. He surpassed that a year ago, hitting .302 with the Dawgs. And then another .353 in the postseason. Fouls that one off. And the count is at 1-2. Talked about the danger at the top of the order for the Bombers at the top of the game. It's been the bottom part of the lineup getting it done for the Dawgs here tonight. Rose looking to keep that going here. The 1-2. As Gross slipped. That one skips away. It's 2-2. And there's going to be a couple people going out to check on the Bombers starter just to make sure that was all right, but saying just a slip. But you look at 6 through 9, Skaggs singled and scored. Crowell singles and scores. Rose with an RBI single. Williams with an RBI single. It's the bottom of the lineup. Got it done in the second inning. Now pulls this one to third. Nice play there by Recker. The throw across the diamond is in time, and there's one away. So again, Caden Williams 1 for 1 with the RBI single. That'll put him at 12 runs batted in for the year.
Number 2, Caden Williams.
Another one out of Pitt State University, born in Emporia, Kansas. Coming off of a 2 for 3 game yesterday. Hits this one hard, back up the middle, and Williams has a pair of hits out of the 9-hole. A single with one away has him at first base as the lineup turns over for Ricardo Sanchez. Sanchez over 2 in the ball game.
Number 8, Ricardo Sanchez.
And as we have discussed here previously, that would, if that were to continue, that would end a very impressive streak going back to March or to July of last year, if you want to stretch it out WCBL wise, as that one misses inside 1-0. That one in for a strike. It's 1-1. Sanchez, excellent with Pitt State University this year. Hit .383 with a .486 on-base percentage. 7 home runs, 50 RBI. And the throw over to first gets away. Takes a wicket hop off of the tarp and into right field. And so that'll allow Williams to scamper to second base. There'll be an error on the pitcher, Hudson Grome. And now an RBI chance here for Sanchez. He has 9 on the year. Again, mentioned before, 50 with the Gorillas of Pitt State University earlier this year. Certainly the part of the order you want with a runner in scoring position as we're back up top. A conversation, and that's a balk. So heading over to third base now is going to be Caden Williams, who has had a unique trip around the bases. I appreciate the Roadrunner sound from the music crew in here. So now again, 1-1 to Sanchez with a runner at third base now. Talking about a great RBI opportunity. Now with one away, basically just has to put the ball in play. Hits it hard to short. Knocked down by Dorn. Throw across the diamond is in time, and there's 2 away. So that goes against the basically just has to put it in play thought. That is an excellent play by your shortstop. That is exactly what you want. You bring the infield in, hoping that if the ball is hit hard, your infielders can still handle it. And it ends up just right at someone. For the second out, it'll bring Logan Grant to the plate. Grant 0 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch swinging, chases that one inside. 0-1. No activity in either bullpen here in the fifth. The 0-1. Grant hard hit to first. Nice play there by Altamirano, and that'll end the threat. So the Dawgs get a runner in scoring position but can't cash. We go to the sixth at Siemens Stadium in a one-run ball game here on FloCollege.
You've been waiting for this one. We're about to introduce our brand new Gatling gun presented by Eyes 360. Keep an eye out for those awesome Eyes 360 stretch baseballs being shot into section 100 tonight. Now batting the designated hitter, number 26, Troy Morrow.
Troy Morrow leading things off here in the top half of the sixth inning. Gurr back out on the mound for the Dawgs. First pitch swinging, hit to second. Nice play by Rose. Throw to first. Little offline, but a good scoop by Kroll. And there's one down. Excellence all the way around. Rose with the great snag and a good scoop from Kroll for the first out. Have to love that as a pitcher, getting that kind of a defense. And again,
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Tyler Dorn.
one pitch, one out. So now it'll be Tyler Dorn coming up to the plate. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Dorn 0 for 2 in the ballgame. So he grounded out to third in his last at bat. That one misses, 2-0. "67 pitches for Gurr here in the sixth. The 2-0. Just missed again, and it's 3-0. Been nice and tidy performance for him so far. Just the one run to speak of. He is dangerously close to his first walk of the ball game, having thrown just 21 balls all game. The 3-0, sorry, in for a strike. It's a little predictive there. Now 3-1. Elsewhere in the WCBL today, one game already final. That out in Fort McMurray, where Sylvan Lake picked up a 2-1 win over the Giants. The 3-1 here. Fouled away, and the count is full now at 3-2. On the go right now, Energy City with a bit of a hole to climb out of. They're trailing Medicine Hat 7-6 in the bottom of the, top of the 7th there. They are top of 4 out in Moose Jaw, where the Bulls have a 5-2 lead over the Miller Express. Here it is 2-1, and the count is full. And got him looking, strike 3. Battling back from down 3-0 in the count to sit down the cleanup hitter for the Bombers, and there's 2 away. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Gurr.
Now adding the first baseman, number 3, Christian Altamirano.
And that will bring Altamirano to the plate. Pitch. Catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Altamirano singled and was stranded at third in the second inning and struck out. As Gurr looks for 6 innings for the second time this year. Grounded to second. Rose charges and it bounces away from him into center field. Altamirano will hold at first, but the inning will continue as that ball just bounced up and hit the wrist of Rose. It'll be an error on the normally sure-handed second baseman. And the inning will continue now for Seth Recker. And as we have documented as this game has gone along, not necessarily the guy you want to give an extra AB to. Recker with a double in the second inning and a fly out to center field. Walks up as the potential go-ahead run here in the 6th. Gurr comes set. That one missed. 1-0. As Gurr mumbles something into his glove, I would imagine excellent call umpire, was probably high on the priority list for getting that across. Breaking ball, hit to short. Sanchez has it, shovels it to second, and that'll end the inning. So the Dogs give the Bombers an extra out, but it doesn't matter. We go to the bottom of the 6th here at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks looking for some insurance in a 2-1 ball game here on FloCollege.
The Okotoks Dogs would like to extend a very happy birthday to the following fans joining us at tonight's game. Happy 75th birthday, Melvin. Happy birthday, Arden. Happy birthday, Julie Ukraine and from her family in Section 105. Happy 24th birthday, Colby. And happy birthday, Michelle, along with Mercedes, Mitchell, and Mikey. Happy birthday, everyone. And fans, it is the last call to purchase your 50/50 tickets. Please visit one of our Academy players walking around the concourse or visit them at either our first base or third base 50/50 tables. Fans, the Dogs would like to thank Fortis Alberta for providing us the power to line up our beautiful fields during every evening game.
The lights are on here at Siemens Stadium as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 12, Zane Skansi.
Middle of the Dogs order coming up in a game not to jinx it, but seems like everyone has maybe some stampede plans in the first weekend of the greatest outdoor show on earth, just a little north. Skansi starts the inning off with a first pitch single. And so he has his first hit of the ball game, bringing Barry Eisman to the plate.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 28, Barry Eisman.
Eisman went down swinging in his last at bat and is 0 for 2. Takes that pitch low and away, 1-0. Dawgs up 2-1. Peter Klein with you here on a beautiful Saturday night in Okotoks. Eisman a couple home runs on the year with the Dawgs. Takes that one. 1-1. Eisman getting into 56 games with Reinhardt this year, hitting .320 with 6 home runs and 30 runs batted in. A .416 on base. That pitch misses outside, 2-1. It's not a very big initial lead for Scansey over at first base, but he is getting one heck of a secondary lead over at first. 14 steals this year with the Dawgs. He's not running on that pitch. That is up, and it's 3-1. That's certainly some speed over that on first base right now. Rowe with the look in. Checks the runner back at first. He goes. The pitch fouled off, and the count will be full at 3-2. Actually, haven't had a foul ball make noise like that in a couple games here for me, anyway. As that one hits the overhang. Count is full now at 3-2. We saw Scansey run on the last one. Wonder if he does here. Trust Eisman to make some contact, only striking out 10 times in 22 games. Not going. And the pitch is chased. Strike 3. Turned back to ask if that was going to be a strike, and I can't imagine that he was going to appreciate the response. Second time in the ballgame he has struck out, and there's one down for Connor Croson.
Right fielder, number 10, Connor Croson.
Croson has grounded out to second base on a pair of occasions in this ballgame and is 0 for 2. It's now 75 pitches for Groh here in the 6th. That one fouled back, but there is nothing going on in the Bombers bullpen right now. They certainly have a level of trust in their starter, even here against the toughest part of the Dawgs order. Skaggs, conservative lead over at first, but now he's getting a jump. Bit of dancing, this ball hit up the middle. Played it short by Dorn, shoveled to second for one, on to first, not in time. Croson beats it out. Bit of a tricky hop for the middle infield to deal with, and Croson always hustling down the line. Beats that out, so the inning will continue with 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
That'll bring Jake Skaggs to the plate. Skaggs 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. As the lefty settles in here against Groh. Can you take advantage of the runner over at first base? Swing and a miss. 0-1. Croson has 6 steals with the Dawgs this year. So, at least a threat to run. Not going here. The pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. Skaggs, a very good season with Pitt State University. Hit .287, a .389 on base. 4 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Has a couple home runs here with the Dawgs. That pitch misses up, and it's 2-1. Can keep the inning going with the big hitting first baseman for the Dawgs in the on-deck circle. Rowe comes set, the 2-1. Breaking pitch misses outside. It's 3-1. Swing and a miss there at 3-2. Head in the count, looking for a big hit to try to get some insurance here for Okotoks. You can see it on that big swing, but just able to cut through. So now at 3-2, Altamirano steps back from Croson over at first, who takes an according lead. He's off on the pitch. He can jog the rest of the way. It's ball 4. And so the Dawgs looking for another 2-out rally with 2 on here. And Nash Kroll coming to the plate.
Now batting the first baseman, number 44, Nash Kroll.
Kroll 1 for 2 in the ball game, singled and scored back in the second inning. First pitch. Taking is Kroll, and it's 0-1. I'm not sure how many first pitch strikes Kroll has taken this season, but it is not a high number. I can't imagine anyway, as they are also shading him to pull on the infield anyway, pretty well straight away in the outfield. As that breaking pitch misses inside, 1-1. Kroll generally viewed as a big power threat, looking for a big moment here, the 1-1. Flares this one out into right field. Charging is Fischel. He dives, and he's not going to get there. Coming around to score is Croson. Getting a stop sign at third is Skaggs. It's an RBI single for Nash Kroll. And a bit of insurance for the Dawgs in the sixth. It's 3-1. Talking about the power threat that is Nash, Bash, Kroll. Sometimes who you are is enough, as the outfield was backed up. Heck of an effort from Fischel. Just couldn't get there in time. And so it's an RBI single for Kroll. And the Dawgs now with runners at the corners with Aiden Rose at the plate. He has an RBI single in this game, sitting at 1 for 2. First pitch, that is the second one that Rose has had to duck out of the way of in this ball game. And it's 1-0. And what was a calm bullpen for the Bombers at least gets a bit of activity down there now. No such movement on the Dawgs side. The 1-0 hits the outside corner. It's 1-1. Rose with 12 runs batted in with the UBC Thunderbirds this year, had 20 the year before. The 1-1 takes that pitch low. It's 2-1. One thing he always seems to have is a pretty good eye at the plate. Just 10 strikeouts in 17 games this season. He had 13 all of last year. The 2-1. Hard hit to third, and past Ricker into left field. In to score is Skaggs. Kroll hustling his way into third base. The throw, not in time. It's an RBI double for Aiden Rose, and a 4-1 Dawgs lead. Talking about a good eye at the plate, so he knows when he has a chance to drive one. Some good contact, and a tough one for Ricker. Caught in between hops, allowing Skaggs to score easily, and the Dawgs to extend their lead. 2 RBIs in the ballgame now for Rose. And a meeting out on the mound now for the Bombers. It has been a pretty solid start to the ballgame for Hudson Grove, but has run into a bit of a wobble in this one. And for the second time tonight, the Dawgs drive 2 runs in with 2 away. They did it in the second inning on RBI hits from Rose and Williams, and they have done it here after the fielder's choice, and that's going to do it actually for the day for Hudson Grove as he gets pulled. So we'll talk about who the new pitcher is in just a moment here on FloCollege.
Fans were attention, please. Now pitching for Brooks, number 12, Julian McCordy.
Caden Williams makes his way to home plate, facing new pitcher into the ball game at number 12, Julian Corney, out of USAO, born in Keller, Texas, making his 8th appearance of the season. He has 3 starts.
Caden Williams.
0-2 with a 3.13 ERA, has 1 save in 23 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, and just the 10 walks. That strikeout number, I am sure the Bombers would love to grow by 1 here in a tough situation. Runners at second and third, 2 away for Caden Williams, who's reached base twice today. First pitch misses outside. Obviously, some velo there at least for Picorni. Outside 1-0. Williams had an RBI single in the second inning and had a single in the 5th, and then a unique trip around the bases as he reached second on an error, got to third on a balk, and was stranded there. The 1-0 from Picorni. There was a breaking pitch that just missed 2-0, but that looked like it had all different kinds of movement on it. But it eventually moves its way out of the zone, and the count's now 2-1. Corney comes set. The 2-0. High and tight, 3-0. Corney's last game action, the 29th against Weyburn, where he went 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, 2 of them were earned. Struck out 6. And this ball drilled into right field, and it will be caught on a good running play from Fischel to end the inning, but not before the Dawgs strike twice and extend their lead to 4-1 here on FloCollege.
Would you look at that? It's Diggity over on the Brooks dugouts. And he's got some pizzas. I think it's time for the fans over on the third base line to make some noise. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find yourself a slice. I think that's Tom's House of Pizza that Diggity is handing out, and we've got a winner. What a great day in the ballpark. The 7th inning is presented by Egg Farmers of Alberta. Alberta Egg Farmers are proud to provide fresh, affordable, local eggs every day. Eggs, a nutritional powerhouse with 6 grams of protein that knocks it out of the park. Eggs.
Top of the 7th inning here at Siemens Stadium. It is a 4-1 lead now for the Dawgs.
Now batting the left fielder, number 4, C.J. Snowden.
It'll be bottom third of the order here for the Bombers. Snowden, Shaver, and Hurtado. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. They were wondering if Snowden checked his swing. Apparently he did. Snowden struck out in the second inning and was robbed on a nice diving play by Croson over at third. Big swing and a miss at that one. It's 1-1. Snowden, a 2023 graduate of Perry High School, where he hit .342 as a senior. Was first team all-conference and first team all-region honoree. The 1-1, looped over to the right side. Kroll is there for out number 1. That is a good pair of wheels to keep off of the bases 3 times tonight. For out number 1. So now Maddox Shaver will come to the plate. He singled and scored in the 5th. Had the single and then some heads-up base running to get to third base on a deflected ball from Croson. And a couple batters, or batter after that, official drove him in. That pitch skips in, 1-0. As far as innings pitched go, this is the longest outing now of the season for Seth Gurr, as it is at the very least 6 1/3. The previous high for him was 6. The 1-0, fouled back. He has faced 26 batters, and so in terms of that, it is his second longest outing of the season, dwarfed only by June 13th, where he went against 29 batters in 6 innings, giving up 5 earned runs on 10 hits. That pitch skips in and somehow got a piece of everybody. It's 2-1. That one clipping the umpire up high after it got through the wickets of Grant. So they both take a stroll over to the baseball. Casual little walk over, like, hey, we doing good? Yeah, no, it is. But boy, this mask just needs a bit of an adjustment here. I gotta tweak that a bit. Giving our home plate umpire, Marcel Bruce, a chance to get his bearings back. Now the 2-1. Fouls that one back. It's 2-2. Bro has 3 strikeouts in this game. He's had a couple of performances, actually a few, that have been greater than that one, but still a fantastic showing from him today. A little bit of stretching happening in the Dawgs bullpen, but not much beyond that. The 2-2 misses up and away, and the count is full at 3-2. Start talking about all these fantastic things he does, and now the count is full. But he has battled his way through this at times before. The 3-2 fouls that one off. And 3-2 again. Apologies, I was looking at 26 for Groh. It is 25 batters faced right now for Gurr, which again would be a few back of what he was tasked with on the 13th against Medicine Hat. But either way, an excellent performance. The 3-2. Got him! Swinging strike 3. Another K for Gurr, and there's a couple down now. That is his 5th strikeout of the ballgame. Not 3rd, as I had said previously. So 5 Ks on the day for him, as A.J. Hurtado now comes to the plate, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Big swing and a miss there. It's 0-1. Bringing the heat. And with the Chaffee Panthers, Hurtado, 348 batting average with 3 home runs. Takes that breaking pitch low, 1-1. Out of Riverside, California. It was not pleasant to deal with for the Dawgs on a couple of occasions. On the 2nd, went 2 for 5 against Okotoks, and on the 19th of June, went 4 for 5 with a double. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1, which I thought we had before. And that's not great. As Gurr throws that pitch, immediately looks down at his arm. Our home plate umpire calls for the Dawgs coach. And there is a meeting on the mound, and I would imagine that whatever activity was happening in the Dawgs bullpen is about to pick up a little bit here. Full team meeting out on the mound. Don't want to speculate, certainly not going to. But your concern certainly goes for The pitcher out on the mound right now, again out of Coaldale, Alberta, and the University of Montevallo, and they are waving down to the Dawgs bullpen for someone to come in, and that is going to do it. So certainly an abundance of caution should be shown here with Seth Gurr, and hopefully that is all this is. As the Dawgs will make a pitching change, probably earlier than they would have wanted, given the performance from their starter today. As the conversation continues out on the mound, and a new pitcher will come into the ball game for Okotoks. So Gurr leaves with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And with his team ahead, 4-1. And he exits to a very well-deserved ovation here from the faithful in Okotoks. So we'll step aside as all the warm-up that is needed will be taken here, and come back with the details on the new man on the mound in just a moment here on FloCollege.
Fans, your attention please. Now pitching for your Okotoks Dawgs from Panama State Community College, number 39, Terrain Macwood.
Macwood for the Dawgs as Gurr leaves with what looked like something to do with the arm. Hopefully everything is all right there. Macwood making his 16th appearance of the season. He is 0-1 with a 4.15 ERA, 17 1/3 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, just the 9 walks. He comes in the middle of the at-bat. The count's 2-1. Breaking pitch drops in, but missed, 3-1. That is the number 9 hitter, Hurtado, up at the plate. That one on the inside corner. Hurtado seemed pretty convinced that was ball 4, and now he's in a full count. Mackwood out of Panola Community College. Panola State Community College, sorry. Born in Calgary. The full count pitch. And Hurtado skies this one to left field. Long run for Williams, and in front of the line makes the catch and ends the inning. Stretch time here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs have a 4-1 lead here on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Everybody please rise, stretch your legs, and join everybody else in a sing-along of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
It'll be the top of the Dawgs order here in the 7th inning with Ricardo Sanchez at the plate. And not to harp on it, but this would be one of the great announcer jinxes of all time, where I just figure out there is a essentially 47 game on base streak going on for Ricky Sanchez, and then he goes 0 for, as he is 0 for 3 so far here in the 7th. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off the top of the mask. It is 0-1. Welcome back. It is Dawgs and Bombers. 4-1 Dawgs lead. Looking to hold on to at least a 2-game lead atop the West Division. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Busy night, as always, in the WCBL. Earlier today, Sylvan Lake with a 2-1 win over Fort McMurray. A slugfest between Medicine Hat and Energy City. 11-10, the Mavericks come away with a win. Regina with a 6-4 win over the Saskatoon Berries. The 1-1, Sanchez pops it up. Over on the right side, Altamirano is there. And there's one away. That'll bring Logan Grant to the plate. Grant 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Grounded out to first base in his last at bat. Continuing our trip around the WCBL, it is Lethbridge with a 5-2 lead on Moose Jaw as they play in the bottom of the 6th out at Ross Wells Park. So now the lefty Grant up at the plate. First pitch hits the outside corner, 0-1. Grant, a phenomenal season at Bellevue University, hitting .349 with 19 home runs, 62 RBI. Hits this one back up the middle, but snared on a nice play. Shoveled over to first, and there's 2 away. That is one of the harder hit balls we've had here in a bit. That was right back at the mound, though, for out number 2.
Now batting the right fielder, number 12, Zane Scansey.
So Zane Scansey up at the plate. Singled in his last at bat and is now 1 for 3. Would you know things are going well for you when 1 for 3 is going to bring the batting average down a tick? say that slipped. It's 1-0. And just a grin on the face of Scansey. A couple people in the crowd saying, what was that? And I would imagine the response would be a miss, obviously. From McCorney out for his second inning of work here. That one misses, 2-0. McCorney this year with the University of Science and Arts at Oklahoma. 9 games played, no decisions, but a 1.13 ERA. Had a save in 8 innings, struck out 5, had a whip of 1. That'll do. The 2-0 is drilled, deep left field. Snowden going back to the warning track, at the wall, it's gone! A solo home run for Zane Scansey. His second in as many days, his 7th of the year. And a little bit more breathing room for the Dogs. In the 7th, it's 5-1. That is not an easy home run on this day where the wind is blowing toward right field. And you could see Snowden thinking that might get held up just enough. It didn't. A home run for Scansey makes it 5-1.
Number 28, Barry Eisman.
So now Barry Eisman up at the plate. And I'm fairly confident that is the 5th run of the ball game scored with 2 outs for the Dogs. As Eisman fouls it away. 0-1. Eisman struck out in his last at bat. Second time he's done that on an 0-for-3 night. Crowd continues to get behind their Dogs. Eisman hit .317 a year ago with Okotoks, helping them in the regular season toward a 3rd straight league title. The 0-1. Misses up and away, 1-1. So we talked about Picorni, excellent year with USAO, and a pretty good start to the campaign here with Brooks. Ahead here 1-2, but gets got on a big fly by Scansey, who now has 7 this year for Okotoks. That'll take a little bit of pressure off the Dogs bullpen. The 1-2 got him swinging, strike 3. And the inning is over, but not before the Dogs get one more. We go to the 8th here at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks with a 5-1 lead thanks to Zane Scansey here on FloCollege.
Okay, Dawgs fans, it's just about that time. Get out your tickets. Here is tonight's winning 50-50 number. But before we announce it, let's say the winner tonight gets $2,077.50. The ticket number is C13910. C13910. If that number's on your ticket, you are the winner of $2,077. And don't forget the 50 cents. And fans, if that number is on your ticket, head over to the Dawgs office on the golf course to claim your cash prize. Fans, the 8th inning is presented by the Deerwood Inn and Casino, Calgary's favorite place to stay and play.
Welcome back to the 8th inning here in Okotoks. Dogs with a 5-1 lead. And we back to the top of the order with Fischel, Matthews, and Morrow leading things off. Fischel with an RBI single in his last at bat. Takes that one up and in, 1-0. We talked about the great work at the top of the order for the Bombers in their game yesterday against Lethbridge. Credit to Gurr for shutting that down today, as that one is in for a strike. The RBI single for Fischel is the only hit 1 through 4, have got in this game. They only have 5 hits in general, so just a phenomenal performance from Seth Gurr. And again, hopefully everything is all right after he left looking at his arm. One fouled back, it's 1-2. Full inning of work now for Trey Mackwood, and I suppose this is his first full at-bat that he is facing, as he came in the middle of the AB against Hurtado. That is ahead in the count now, 1-2 to Fischel. Fouled off, nice job battling. Fischel with Columbia University this year, 33 games played, hitting .305 with a couple of home runs, 17 runs batted in. The 1-2 from Mackwood skips in, and it's 2-2. Mackwood has faced Brooks a couple of times this season. On Canada Day, he came in, as well as June 25th. Both of them, he went 1 inning with 1 strikeout. He is looking for his strikeout here with the count even at 2-2. And the pitch. Just outside, it's 3-2. Fischel will certainly take his walks, 15 of them in 20 games this year. The 3-2. Missed inside, ball 4. So leadoff man aboard for Brooks, and just a quick scan of the scorebook. I believe that is the first time tonight that the Bombers have had their first runner on, or their first hitter on, sorry. And so with nobody out, Matthews now comes to the plate. 0 for on the ball game, a fielder's choice in his last at bat, grounding out up the middle to end an inning. That one being the 5th. These two teams not going to wait long to face each other, as they will play again tomorrow. It is considered a Brooks home game, even though it is here at Siemens Stadium, as the Dawgs and Bombers will play at 2 o'clock. As Peyton Matthews comes to the plate, and these two teams don't meet again until toward the end of the month. Pair of games here in Okotoks. That one pulled foul. The 0-1. Matthews at MACU last season, hitting .133 with 5 runs batted in. Had 6 steals. Played with the Bombers a year ago, had 29 steals in 51 games, hitting .279, also adding 4 home runs. The 0-1. Takes, and it's 1-1. Throw to first. And they've got him hung up. Sanchez will chase him back. The play to Kroll, there's a collision there. And this will be interesting, because he's going to get second base. Fischel doesn't believe it. Sanchez and the Dawgs will plead their case to first base umpire Brad Johnston. It was a rundown. It looked like the Dawgs did have him tangled up, but then he literally got tangled up with the shortstop, Ricardo Sanchez. And understandably, the Dawgs are going to want an answer on this one. You can certainly see where the interference call would come from, as he ran into the fielder. Certainly, I would imagine not intentional by Ricardo Sanchez, but I would imagine there would be quite a bit of outcry on the Brooks side of things if the shortstop was allowed to give a bear hug to the runner in a rundown, even if it looked like the rundown was not going to go his way. So what looked like a pickoff where the Dawgs had Fischel hung out to dry. Instead now, the Bombers have a runner in scoring position with their number 2 hitter, Peyton Matthews, at the plate. Matthews has been fantastic this year with a .385 batting average, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. The 1-1 misses outside. It's 2-1. So now Mackwood has to settle in here after all that chaos. Had 5 games at Panola State this year. 4 1/3, struck out 4, had a 4.15 ERA. Walked 3. The 2-1. Matthews skies this ball to left. That is going to go well foul as it's berm bound. And it'll be 2-2. There is activity down in the Dawgs bullpen. Can't quite make out who it is throwing down there. Nothing going on over on the Bombers side. The 2-2. Ripped foul. Matthews just out front of that one. Got a pitch up in the zone and just absolutely jumped on it. Hammering that ball over to the right side. Had a strong game against the Dawgs earlier this year where he went 2 for 5. That one was back on June 19th. The 2-2 misses outside. The count's full at 3-2. With Troy Morrow waiting on deck. Dawgs got a little bit more insurance on the Scansey home run back in the 7th. Bombers looking for a counterpunch here in the 8th. The 3-2 misses outside, and the first 2 are aboard now for the Bombers in the 8th. And so now there is a meeting out on the mound for Okotoks, as you have a dangerous hitter coming up to the plate. It's exactly what you want when you're drawing a lineup up, is you have your first 2 men aboard and your number 3 hitter coming up to the plate. That is literally what you have in mind. As that will do it for the day for Trey Mackwood. So new pitcher into the game for the Dawgs. We'll talk about it here in just a sec on FloCollege.
Thanks for attention, please. Now pitching for the Dawgs from the University of Colorado Rainbow, number 31, Alex Oliver.
The new pitcher into the ball game for the Dogs is Alex Oliver, the righty out of Colorado Pueblo University, born in Grove, Oklahoma. 13 games this year. He has a 2-1 record, 6.13 ERA, 14 innings pitched. He has a save, 14 strikeouts, and just the one walk. He is facing Morrow out of Modesto Junior College. Born in California. First and second, nobody out. First pitch misses up and away. It's 1-0. Oliver looking to shake off a shaky last outing. Big swing and a miss there, 1-1. Otherwise, he has been excellent for the Dogs this year, but gave up 5 earned runs against Brooks here in the 9-8 loss for the Dogs. Also, I'm sure you are wondering, his one walk came back on June 8th. So we are coming up on a month between free passes issued by Oliver. Just misses that one, and he's behind 2-1. Morrow grounded out to second in the 6th inning and is 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Has 3 home runs with 11 RBI. Had a home run and 3 runs batted in against the Dogs in that game on the 2nd. Has a long look in. Facing the lefty here, the 2-1. Sails on him, and it's 3-1. Official is at second, he won't. Matthews also got a free pass. He is over at first. It is Morrow up at the plate now. Ahead in the count. To left field. Williams settling under this one. He'll make the play. Everyone bluffs to start. Everybody goes back. And there's one down. A big first out for Oliver and the Dogs here in the 8th. When you see the power that Morrow has and that ball going up in the air, there's a bit of a but settles in for a big first out. And now Tyler Dorn up at the plate. He struck out in his last at bat to put him at 0 for 3 on the game. The .333 batting average, a home run, and 6 runs batted in. He has had a hot bat here recently. First pitch takes up and away, 1-0. Dorn has a 5-game hitting streak on the line. He went 1 for 4 in the game against Lethbridge yesterday. That's the only game in the hit streak where he doesn't have 2 hits. 10 hits in 3 games. One of those he had 3. So 10 hits in the 5 games. And he's even in the count now, 1-1, as Oliver paints the corner. So he has been a tricky out that has moved his way up to the middle part of the order here for the Bombers. And the batting average, not fantastic with Modesto just this year, but at 170, but 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in, and a .310 on-base percentage. So certainly someone with control of the strike zone. As that would not always the easiest or just straightforward math, but that would indicate around a 14% walk rate, which you certainly would not mind. Right now, Bombers just want him to keep this line moving. 1 away, 2-1. Did he go around? Don't think it matters. It's 1-2. Oliver had 17 strikeouts with Colorado Pueblo University this year in 19 1/3 innings. And is well ahead here at 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pitch low and away, gets Dorn to chase. And there's 2 away for Altamirano.
Now batting the first baseman with number 3, Corson Altamirano.
Altamirano reached based on an error back in the 6th inning. Bombers got the first 2 on this inning. First time all night that they've had the leadoff man aboard. Now looking to do something with it. There is speed over at second base with Fischel, who has 9 stolen bases on the year. First pitch from Oliver. Missed 1-0. Altamirano now reaching base in 12 straight games. Has 14 hits in that stretch. As Oliver looks in. Picked up a save back on June 17th against Fort McMurray. Long check of the signs. Now ready. The 1-0. Chopped over to first. Kroll plays it on a hop. Knocks it down. He's got it. And the inning is over. So the Bombers threaten, but they do not score. To the bottom of the 8th we go here at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks with a 5-1 lead on FloCollege.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Connor Croson.
Connor Croson leading things off here in the 8th inning. Welcome back to Okotoks, everyone. Peter Klein with you on FloCollege. First pitch to Croson is just a bit high, 1-0. Croson reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th and came around to score, helping the Dawgs to this 5-1 edge. That's Picorni. Reddy's now with the 1-0. That one skips in. It's 2-0. Croson coming off of a very good season at the University of Montevallo, where he was second team all-conference. Waits on this one, fouls it to the side. It's 2-1. He was third in the GSC in hits, had 2 Player of the Week awards, and hit 8 home runs in February. Also led Montevallo in steals. He's continued on with another strong year with the Dawgs. The 2-1 hit back up the middle. That one knocked down by Picorni. Charged over at short, but they're not going to have a play. I would imagine, yes, they score that a single for Croson, so he gets the hit. And the leadoff man aboard for the Dawgs now here in the 8th with Skaggs coming to the plate.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
Skaggs walked and scored in the 6th, giving him 2 runs in the ball game after he singled and scored in the 2nd. So Croson has his lead over at first, not going on a breaking ball that is cut through 0-1. Skaggs has had a couple of big games at the plate this season, had a 3-hit night against Lethbridge back on June 26th, went 3 for 7. Couple doubles, couple RBI in that game. So that pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-2. Also had a 3-hit game against Energy City back on May 31st. 2 doubles and a triple when he went 3 for 5. Not a bad day. Tech Crowson over at first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Sits him down on 3 straight, and there's one gone.
Now batting the first baseman, number 44, Nash Kroll.
Nash Kroll with an RBI single in his last at bat in the 6th inning, making him 2 for 3 in the ballgame. 2 singles, a run, and an RBI. Giving him now 19 RBI on the year. First pitch swinging down the left field line for a base hit. Into the corner it goes. Crowson gets the stop sign at third. It is a double for Nash Kroll. 3rd hit of the ball game for Bash, and the Dawgs have 2 in scoring position, looking to extend their lead in the 8th. All over that first pitch, and he hit it hard down the left field line. And the Dawgs have 2 on with 1 away.
Number 5, Aiden Rose.
Aiden Rose having a good day at the plate, and RBI double in the 6th to go along with an RBI single from the 2nd. Infield coming in as Brooks knows they cannot afford to give up another run. First pitch in for a strike, it's 0-1. Again, these 2 teams will meet tomorrow. It'll be here at Siemens Stadium. It will be a Brooks home game, but just in Okotoks. The 0-1. In for a strike, it's 0-2. After that game against Brooks, the Dawgs will have the day off on Monday before a home game Tuesday against Lethbridge, Wednesday against Sylvan Lake, before they head off to Fort McMurray for 4. Swing and a miss by Rose, strike 3. A big second out there from Picorni. And that'll bring Williams to the plate.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Caden Williams.
Williams flew out to right field in his last bat, his first out of the ball game after a pair of singles. Also drove in a run. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. Williams entering the game, hitting .289. That one misses up and away at 1-0. 21 games, .289, 11 runs batted in, but of course the rest still unwritten. Has 2 in scoring position here. Drove in 46 with Pitt State University after a couple of very good seasons at Emporia State. And is now into a second very good one with the Dawgs, the 1-0. Williams takes, and it's 1-1. ...2024 with Emporia State, hit .332 with 11 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Pops this one up. It's over on the left side. Dorn makes his way. Has it, and the inning is over. So the Dawgs threaten, but they don't score. To the 9th we go in Okotoks. Bombers trailing Okotoks by 4 here on FloCollege.
Fans, your attention please. Now pitching for your Okotoks Dawgs from Lynn Benton Community College, number 33, Easton Torrey.
New pitcher into the ballgame for the Dogs. It is Easton Corey, the righty out of Lynn Benton Community College, born in Pendleton, Oregon. Up to close things out. As Seth Recker now comes to the plate, it'll be Recker, Snowden, and Shaver here in the ninth. First pitch swinging, knocked down on a dangerous comebacker. The throw to first by Rose is in time. One heck of a play by the Dogs' second baseman. As the attention turns now to the pitcher who took that comebacker. Get the out with one down. So that does technically go down as a 1-4-3 putter. So Wyatt Ormonde now comes into the ball game. First pitch is a ball 1-0. Just on the batter Ormonde first. He is hitting .272 this year with 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And he rips this ball down the left field line. That will drop in fair and go into the core 4 corner. Ormonde digging for 2. The throw into second is a little offline, and it is a 1-out double for the Brooks pinch hitter. So Ormonde looking to inject some life into this Brooks side with a 1-out double. Drilling that one into left. The infielder out of Long Beach, California comes up with a double. And that'll bring Maddox Shaver to the plate. Shaver struck out in the 7th. It is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Facing Corey, who's making his 8th appearance of the year. Fouled that one back 0-1. He's 0-1 with a 1.35 ERA. Has 3 saves this year, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. His last game action came on the 3rd versus Swift Current. The 0-1. Breaking pitch fouled away. It's 0-2. Last faced Brooks when these two teams played in that 9-8 game. He ended up taking the loss in that one, going 2/3 of an inning, giving up a run. It was unearned. The 0-2 just missed outside. It's 1-2. Takes the long look in now. The 1-2 to Shaver. Breaking pitch misses up and in, and it's 2-2. Corey also a part of the Dogs' playoff run last year. In the postseason, went 1-1, 2.45 ERA, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. The 2-2. And he hit him. With 2 strikes, it gets up and in. And ends up sending Shaver to first base. So now 2 aboard here in the 9th. And that will bring another pinch hitter up for the Bombers. It is Abdon Bastardo to the plate, born in Brooks.
Thank you, please. Entering the game and acrobatic for Brooks, number 27, Abdon Bastardo.
Sitting 192 on the year, but did drive in 2 runs against the Dogs back on the 2nd. They would love for him to do that here. First pitch, in for a strike, it's 0-1. Stardo disagrees. He's into the game for Hurtado. The 0-1. Chopper back to the mound, off the glove, or off the hand, into the glove, and it starts a game-ending double play. I don't know if you always want your pitcher doing that, but the bare hand to the glove to second for one, on to first, and that's the ball game. The Dawgs pick up a 5-1 win here tonight in Okotoks, looking to start a new winning streak for the team that is top spot in the WCBL's West Division once again. Okotoks picks up a win with 5 runs on 11 hits and just 1 error. The Bombers with 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. My name is Peter Klein. Thank you so much for joining us here on Saturday. These two teams will face each other again in just a few hours as they will play at 2 o'clock here in Okotoks. It'll be a Brooks home game, but it'll be here at Demon Stadium. One more time, Dawgs with a 5-1 win. My name is Peter Klein. Thank you very much for making us a part of your Saturday night, and we will talk to you again tomorrow afternoon.